we tend somewhat, especially people who are big, like deep thinkers, tend to sit there a lot in their thoughts and say, okay, this, and then mulling all these thoughts over, and then, oh God, I just hit this realization. Oh, I hit this other realization. Oh my God, and it's like, it's kind of like mental masturbation, but it's not really because you actually are getting insights. But at the same time, it's things that are kind of going on in your head. And you're just like, you're triggering all these things in your head. But what you're not doing in situations like that is you're not opening yourself to pure experience. And experience is something that can't be boiled down to words. So a lot of these, even this conversation right now that we're having, is something that what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to deliver an experience. I'm trying to open up an experience to you in a way that can't really be captured in words. So you have to really go out, take in what I say, and just remember what I was saying and implement that. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to facilitate an experience. I'm not trying to give you an aha moment. I'm laying the foundation so you can mold these thoughts over in your own mind and actually release yourself of a lot of the thoughts and just experience what's happening.
So just walking down the street, I notice you're kind of sauntering away at a slow pace, taking in your surroundings, saying hello to people, looking at all the shops and restaurants. Before, I would just be looking straight ahead and just in my own head thinking.
Yeah.
Because that would be what would entertain me the most. That's what I was used to. I wouldn't see the value in looking around, saying hi, looking at stores.
Yeah, it's, and what's interesting is that even though, we have all these thoughts going around, at some point, we actually took in all of those things from the outside. At some point, all of those concepts came into us. But then we decided, with our own judgments, to say, well, this has value and this does not have value. Oh, I'm interested in this, and I'm going to forget about this other stuff over here. Or I'm so interested in this right now that that's how I'm going to live my life. And I'm going to live my life focusing on these things, certain things, and all the other things, even new things that are happening and swirling on around me, I kind of forget about those, or I recognize that that's happening, or I purposefully shut those out because I'm so interested in this. This is what's interesting to me. All that stuff's not interesting to me. And you say, all that stuff's not interesting to me over there, and you're focusing on this right here, not realizing that we don't even know what all the other stuff is that's happening over there. Right? That could be amazing things could be happening outside in the world, and we wake up 10 years later saying, oh my God, I've been thinking about my little life over here, didn't even realize that all these amazing things were happening around me. At all points in time, we are students. At all points in time, there's something to learn. At all points in time, there's things to take in. But once we take in a certain amount of information, we think that we know it. We say, okay, well, now I know this, I'm going to try to process the things that I've taken in. Not realizing that, in actuality, every single moment is a time for you to take something in. Every single moment is a time for you to take in something new. It's that mindset of being a perpetual student, of always having the beginner's mind, of always having the empty mind, right? There's that, and I told you this before, there's that great story about a professor of like Buddha, I think it's Buddhism or something, goes to go visit a monk. This is actually kind of a Zen story. So goes to visit a Zen monk. And this professor is excited to meet this Zen monk, or maybe a Zen tea ceremony guy, something like that. And the master tea ceremony person invites him into his hut and says, how's it? Says, would you like some tea? He says, sure. Starts pouring the tea, and the professor's going on and on and on and on about Buddhism and how wonderful Japan is and all of his thoughts, and asking the master, what are your thoughts about this? And I've been thinking about these concepts, and I did a paper on this, and all these great people. And as he's talking, the tea ceremony guy is pouring his tea. He's pouring and pouring and pouring. And he keeps talking, and his cup starts overflowing. The cup starts overflowing with tea, and the professor looks at him and says, what are you doing? It's completely full. There's no more tea can fit in. And the monk says, or the master says, your mind is like this cup. You are so full of knowledge and information that nothing new can fit in. So what you want to have is the beginner's mindset, the beginner mentality, which is that you will always have, your cup is always ready to take in new knowledge, take in new information, take in new ideas, open yourself up to the experience. Because it is that pure experience that we're looking for. There's so much to be gained. There's so much to be said for experience.
When all that striving to try to be something, we're letting go of so much energy. And all this striving to try to be confident, what we're doing is that act in itself is taking away from the very confidence that we already have right now.